Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been quite a while since I made a video, so I apologize about that. I've been busy, been sick, feeling great, have some time now. So I want to talk about the cryptocurrency market for a minute and go over my top 5 crypto coins, altcoin, meme coins that I'm looking at and continuing to buy over the next couple of weeks into 2025, and kind of give you a little bit of feedback on them, what my plans are for them, and just kind of go from there. So before we get into it, just to reiterate, not financial advice. You need to do your own research before investing in any of these things. You can lose all of your money literally overnight if you don't know what you're doing. This is some serious risk here, so make sure that you do some research on any of these things that you're about to invest in. If you are, understand the market cycle and things of that nature, and make sure that you're managing and hedging your risk appropriately and everything like that. So with that being said, we all know that Bitcoin is the Mac Daddy of them all, right? So that's everything kind of plays off of Bitcoin, currently at $96,021.49, trying to get back above 100,000. And as you see here, the fear and greed index went to 54, right about neutral. It'd actually be kind of nicer if we went down lower, and then that would create some more buying pressure. Now the dominance of Bitcoin is at 56.89. Ethereum is only at 12.15, and I'm going to talk about that here in a second as well. If you do want to invest in Bitcoin or Ethereum and you don't want to do it directly, but you want to have some skin in the game, reminder, there are some ETFs that you can get a hold of, and there's several different ones. It basically tracks the price of Bitcoin. As Bitcoin goes up, your ETF will go up. As it goes down, it'll go down as well. Same thing with Ethereum. And that's actually how I choose to do both of those, is I have uh, a certain amount invested in each of those through an ETF. And that way, again, you get kind of more bang for your buck in a sense. If you can buy the shares at roughly about 20-30 bucks a share to start off whenever they were first listed. Now they're at about probably anywhere from Ethereum is probably like 40 or so. I don't know, I haven't checked it in a while, but Bitcoin's closer to the $100 mark because now this is closer to 100,000. So still cheaper than going pay $96,000 for one in a sense. So anyway, let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about the top 5 altcoin, meme coins that I'm looking at for this market cycle, and kind of give you some feedback on each. The first one I'm going to talk about, guys, is JASMY coin, and just hear me out on this one. Okay, so we're currently at about 3.5%. I'm sorry, 3.5 cents. What's wrong with me? 3.5 cents. For the year, it's up 395%. All right. I started buying down here at the 2 cent mark, got a little bit like under that, and then it started moving up all the way to about 5 cents, fell back. Now we're at an interesting pattern here, bull flag. If we can break out and hit above 4 cents, we should start making our move back to the upside on it. But the community is strong on this one, guys. Currently listed at number 66 on Coin Market Cap, and the all-time high of this one's about $3 and some change. I don't think it's going to go back to $3. I think if it gets above $1, I'd be happy. If it touches anywhere close to $1, I'd be really happy. But this one here is available on, I know, Coinbase. I'm sure you can get it other places as well. But that's the first one that I kind of have on my list. Or no, actually number 5 on my list. Not the first one, but it's number 5 on the list. Number 4, I'm going to go with Cardano. Cardano is currently 89 cents and ranked number 9 on Coin Market Cap for the year. It is up about 44%. As you see, it just shot up from about 29-30 cents all the way to $1.22. So a pullback obviously is definitely something that we expected whenever we were shot up that high. I'm holding on to this one. My average price, I kind of got lucky on most of these. This one specifically, I bought it about 30-35 cents, and it just shot up like a few days after. And so I'm kind of holding tight on it. All-time highs for Cardano looks to be at about, let's see, roughly almost $3. So Again, if it breaks past $2, almost $3, I mean, if it busts through those all-time highs, which a lot of these altcoins are saying should, if alt season is what we think it should be, then that would be some nice returns. So with that being said, even buying here now is cheaper, than waiting and buying at $2. So just kind of throw that out there. So this would be number 4 on my list here. I'd say number 3, in my opinion, would be Solana. And the reason just is number 3, not number 1 or 2, whatever, is if you look back at the run-up that it's had, from 2023, I mean, this thing was at 20 bucks and it ran all the way to, 250 bucks or so. And do I think it's going to go higher? Yes, absolutely. I think that it will. However, it's just such a, I mean, man, like this would have been such a good buy-in for for anybody here, 20 bucks or so, and you ride that thing up all the way there. So I'm not sure how much potential increase you can see from here on Solana. I'm not sure. I just think the longevity of this one is going to be pretty good. Number 6 on coin market cap. So, and it's under $200. So for those of us who are watching it at 250 and we're like, dang, I wish it would go down a little bit lower, well, it's kind of giving you another opportunity to get in at under 200. It may come back and retest 250 and bust above that. I just never know. But basically, forming a nice cup and handle pattern, as you see here, it retested all-time highs. I think it can go as low as, maybe like 150 before it starts making a recovery, or it could start making a recovery here. But here's your cup here, basically. And I think that if it falls down to like 150 and bounces off of that, I think it's going to show a lot of strength moving forward and potentially move to the upside. Okay, number 2 for me is Shiba Inu, and this is one that we've been investing in for several years, ever since its inception actually, and specifically in 2022 when it fell down so low. We've been talking about accumulating this one here, all-time high of 0.000683. Actually maybe a little bit above that, but if this thing goes all the way from here to those all-time highs, that's going to be something pretty special. And if you look at the yearly chart, they all kind of look the same, guys. All these yearly charts, you have a big increase to the upside, a dip, come back to the upside. Now it's pulling back again, and we're currently ranked number 14 on coinmarketcap.com. This one here, the community is super strong on Shiba Inu, plus the partnership with Chainlink I think is going to be a good deal for it as well. Part of the Ethereum network, and so I think that that's going to be a good thing. Once Ethereum starts to move, I think Shiba Inu is going to come right behind it. And again, it'd be super impressive if we burn maybe 1-0 off of the next bull run. That would be something. And my last one, guys, is Ethereum, ranked, of course, number 2 on coinmarketcap.com. The all-time high of Ethereum is over 4,000, like 4,500 and some change or so. And this one here, the reason I say number 1 is because this one typically follows behind Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin makes its massive move and the dominance starts to drop, then Ethereum usually follows suit after. And you see the dominance, as we showed earlier, is only about 15% or so. So I think, people are talking about this one can get all the way to, $9,000-$10,000 on this market cycle. And so with that being said, that's a potential 3x on your money. Worst case, a double up on your money if you think it's going to blast through all-time highs and go to a higher level. For the 1 year, we're up only 47%, which is still high, but if you see it's really choppy, really volatile. So this is my number 1 of the 5 that I'm talking about here. And again, though, guys, I'm just going to remind you that make sure that you check out the pie chart for Bitcoin to try to not necessarily time it, but kind of get an indication of when the top may be in for Bitcoin. There's a pie chart indicator that you can take a look at. It's going to be linked in the description below. So just to kind of go over what that is, again, this is linked in the description below. But it says the indicator overview. The pi cycle top indicator has historically been effective in picking out the timing of market cycles within 3 days. It uses the 111-day moving average and the newly created multiple of the 350-day moving average, the 350 DMA times 2. The multiple is of the price value of the 350 DMA, not the number of days, for the past 3 market cycles when the 111-day moving average moves up and crosses the 350 moving average times 2, we see that it coincides with the price of Bitcoin peaking. Okay, and also interesting to note that 350 and 111 is 3.15, which is very close to pi. So it's the closest we can get to pi when dividing 350 by another whole number. It once again demonstrates the cyclical nature of Bitcoin price action over long time frames. However, in this instance, it goes so that a high degree of accuracy over Bitcoin's adoption phase and growth. So as you see here, Bitcoin price is the black line. The orange line is the 111, and then the green is the 350. Okay, so basically, again, all right, it says it happens within basically 3 days. So for the past 3 market cycles, when the 111 moves up and crosses, it coincides with the price of Bitcoin peaking. So basically, when the orange line crosses over the green, basically within 3 days, you can expect a Bitcoin top out and then some type of pullback. So why is this interesting in relation to altcoins? Basically because if history repeats itself, typically other market cycles based on other people who have been through these cycles that have been listening to, they say typically about a 2-week window after Bitcoin tops is when the altcoins will top as well. And then the big crashes come, and the crashes are going to come, which brings me to my next thing. Make sure that you have a plan of action to exit. Okay, so make sure that you have an exit plan on all these altcoins, meme coins, and everything like that, because they are going to crash back down. For how long, we don't know, but just make sure that you keep up with this chart here. If I see that it happens and it peaks, or it's going to peak, I'll let everyone know, and then I'll have a plan to exit my other things as well. I'm thinking sometime in April, March, April, or May is what I'm looking at, but who knows? It can happen sooner, later, whatever. But just make sure that you have a plan of action. So anyway, guys, hope you had a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to all. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.